Notice that I have never seen such an amazing man or woman. Just because I live by the water. Started making a living on the lake very early. In order to facilitate the management of your own fish pond. In order to live more comfortably. This man and woman are going to use steel and wood. Build a good one on the water that can float. Floating houses come. But what people didn't expect was, I got used to it since I was a child. Do everything yourself as much as possible. Therefore, this construction. The two of them didn't plan to pretend to protect others. Rich people come to build. Instead, he was prepared to rely solely on the strength of the two of them. And do it yourself. That's where I came up with this idea. Without much hesitation, the two started directly. First, they bought a large amount of steel in the market. Welding combinations are processed one by one. Floor frames used to build houses. And the frame of the house. The unit structure required to build the house. Everything is ready. Then he bought some tin barrels. Pulled to the lake with the welded frame. Get started. On the lake. Started the construction of the floor of the house. You can see it. In order to build houses. It floats smoothly on the water. When the two were building the foundation. But a lot of tin barrels were used. By arranging the orderly arrangement just crisscrossed. Installed and fixed on top of the tin barrel. Frame the floor of the built house. It's floating on the water. And then, the beam column frame made in advance can be. Group. The group is installed and fixed on the floor foundation. And through the mutual riveting just now, make these unit structures. As much as possible to form a solid whole. The main beam column frame structure of other houses. The construction is generally completed. The next two are another weighing water. Preparation for a back top. The structure to be built. To be transported to another shore. Okay, let's move on to the next step of construction. Due to the frame structure at this time, lack of beam connections and reinforcement on the roof, at the same time on the floor, it also lacks the interconnection and fixing of rivets. So next, the two of them also need to perform some work on these two parts, reinforcement and reinforcement, so that the frame of the built house can be more stable. Wait until all the connections that should be fixed are processed in place. The construction of the frame of the house this time, and you're basically done. Next, the two need to purchase the last batch of color steel tiles. You can continue to build the roof of the house.